My fellow African brothers and sisters in the continent and globally, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are. Now, I'm creating a series called Unapologetic African that I'm going to be talking about geopolitics in Africa and also exposing the colonial agenda that is currently going on in Africa. I wish to give a shout out, first of all, to our fellow brothers and comrades in arms in Congo, in Mali, Niger, Burkina Faso, and to a certain extent Guinea. That is the spirit of Pan-Africanism. I'm so happy that the youths across Africa and the world, the black youths, stand in support of this confederacy that's evolving and developing in West Africa. That is the seed of the Africa we want. They have demonstrated that a united Africa is going to change our narrative as a race of people. These are youths that have taken upon the mantle to dismantle the abuse for over centuries that has taken place in Africa. We have to stand by them. I, for one, currently, I intend to visit the new African Renaissance, one of those countries, Burkina Faso and Mali, before the end of this year, just to show support for what they are doing. My intention is just to go and visit them and tell them that as an African son, my spirit is with them. I give a big shout out to Dr. Arikana Chirumbukwai, Julius Malema, Professor P.L. Olimumba, and John Obi from Nigeria. They are changing the narrative. For too long has the narrative of the black man been written by other people whose intention has always been to humiliate, dominate, abuse, exploit the black man. Globally, wherever the black race is being undermined, degraded, treated with all forms of inhumanity. And we, the black people, are the parents of this earth. All other races come from us. All races come from the black race. We birth all of them. No matter their shape, color, or what they look like, they came from us. But they have taken the position to denigrate and abuse their parents. They've created a machinery communication, to social engineer the globe, the entire world, under one pretext, to continuously dominate and abuse the black race, denigrate us, the parents of the earth. Created schemes, spent billions just to maintain our oppression and to disrupt the truth. We've gone past that. We see a new black man, black woman emerging. No matter how much you have struggled to destroy us, we rise. We rise as a race of people. Currently, there's a dynamic happening in Africa that I'm so proud as an African. You touch any part of Africa, you touch Africans. And with that said, this video will be a little bit short. I want to take this period to expose what I call the colonial mistresses in Africa. Those who talk like us, they talk like us, walk like us, but they are selling us out. I make this video specifically, I start off my series in exposing two key leaders in Africa that have been the biggest conmen of this century. Two key leaders. Nana Akufo of Ghana, and also Ruto from Kenya. They are the biggest disgrace in Africa. The game they try to pull up is talk big, talk how, but their words don't match their actions. Nana Akufo of Ghana has been the biggest impediment for this past few years that he has been in power. A president that doesn't have control of his own country. A whore to the Western imperialist structure. Nana Akufo and Ruto have wore their country out to the Western jackals, using them as an outpost in attacking and continue to maintain the oppression of Africa. They should be called out for who they are. Nana Akufo, you are a sellout. You stand on the pathway of people trying to fight for genuine liberation. You went to America instead of talking about your own issues and your problem in your country. You were sneaking out on your upper neighbor, Burkina Faso. You are a disgrace to Africa. Kwame Nkrumah should be rolling in his grave. Jerry Rawlings should be rolling in his grave for what you are turning Ghana into. The biggest push and the yearning for Pan-Africanists and Africanists. They intended recently to set up a Pan-African meeting or discussion, inviting Julius Malema, Dr. Arikana, Professor Lumumba. Nana Akufo, why did you ban that or stop that conference from happening? You see an emergence of Africans standing up to fight for their destiny and change course. You stand on their way, you blocked them. What a disgrace. Shame on you. You stand and you are breathing and talking tough, but you are a colonial puppet. You do everything possible to disrupt any push that we are putting forward as Africans. Your actions don't show that you are an African. You are a stooge for the Western outpost. Their parts in Ghana, you have mortgaged Ghanaian resources for nothing. Their gold and other resources. What a shame. You talk tough, drink wine, but speak water. All you guys plotted to destroy the people who are fighting for the heart and soul of their country. Where did we end up? Nothing. You did nothing. They survived. They thrived. Blocking Niger, Burkina Faso, Mali, all sanctions, because you are being controlled by the puppets of the West. They survived. Morocco humiliated you by giving a port, by having considered them to create a port in Morocco to do their trade out of into Atlantic, to the oceans. You become an impediment to Africa. All of you with Tinubu shucking and jiving for the Western colonialists. But a disgrace to the black race. Your predecessors, Jerry Rawlings, Kwame Nkrumah, are churning in their graves. You should be ashamed of yourself. You know what those people are fighting for in the North. You connive with the Westerners to destroy their countries, to destroy them. For what? Shame on you, Nana Akufo. Talking of Ruto, he came and he was speaking big with his mouth, pop, 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 pop. Being the first country, he sold his country to the United States of America to install a military base in Kenya. The first African country to say he wants to put, we know what is happening in Haiti. They are fighting for the soul of their country. But the social media is putting out a different narrative. And you say you want to go and fight or restore order in Haiti. The Western puppet. Have you condemned what Israel is doing to Palestine? No. Speak for the West. You should be ashamed of yourself. You attack real liberators in Africa. Stand by your Western puppets. When you lost Malema calls you out, you are bullshit. You say your people to start ranting. You don't speak for Africa. Be careful, Africa, and be wary of those who come and they will blow a lot of noise. Look at their actions, whether it matches what they are saying. Ruto attacks our liberators in the West. The first to talk about them, against them. When it comes to real pure oppression of the Palestinians, you don't stand by them. Who are you? You are an African? A sellout. You hear, oh, Africa is supposed to be this. Oh, you go to those big conferences, he's blowing grammar. But what is he doing? At the back end, undermining Africans. Be wary of those who speak a lot. Look at their actions. I'll continue in my next series in exposing and calling out the new mistresses, colonial mistresses in Africa. I'll continue this in the next episode with them and what they are doing to our people. Allowing military bases to come and speech come in Africa where they cause all the wars in Africa. Do we need that now? Shame on both of you. You pick the side of the oppressor than your own people, your own race of people. Just as what they did, used Obama blackface to attack Africa. They're using you people to continue to undermine us as we are trying to wake up. We have always been survivors and we will survive your kind. It's my role to call out all those thieves in Africa, Western colonial mistresses, prostituting Africa for the oppressors to continue to exploit us. I will use this channel to talk a lot about geopolitics in Africa, what Africans are going through, and how we can counter the abuse of Africans. This is just my first video. Thanks to those who come across this channel. Follow me through in other episodes. Bye.